Okay, shout out to millennials. Points if you were born in Australia and know exactly what Play School is. But does this remind you guys of the arch window on Play School? Or maybe you can see some tiny little beach umbrellas in those inserts. I don't know. It reminded me of both, and I still bought it on Facebook Marketplace for $50. And if you're a beginner and you are wanting to learn exactly how to paint furniture, then this is the video for you. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I do it. This set was made out of a combination of things. There was a timber veneer up top, there was some MDF in there, and there was some particle board. So this one is a perfect candidate to be painted. You don't necessarily want to be doing a raw timber finish on a piece like this because MDF is basically cardboard and you can't sand it down, paint wash it, stain it, do things like that. But you can absolutely paint it. Here you can see me removing all of the handles and I'm giving the piece a thorough clean down. This is one of those steps that you cannot skip when you are flipping furniture. You have to start with a clean canvas. These little handles were cute, but I did want to change them up for the piece, but I did put them in my little handle bank that I have so that I could use them in the future. You can use lots of things to clean your furniture. Here I'm using vinegar and water, but I also like to use crud cutter. Vinegar and water is a fantastic all-round cleaner, whereas crud cutter is a degreaser. So if you've got a piece that is especially grimy, grubby, then crud cutter is a fantastic route to go down. If not, vinegar and water is sufficient to clean a piece. While I was cleaning everything down, I decided to get the doors off so that I could paint the inside of the piece as well. But these were snap lock hinges, and whilst I could get the actual doors off, I couldn't actually get the hinge out of the door. And if you're a cabinet maker and you have seen this, then please chime in. I would love to know how to actually remove a hinge like this. This might seem a little bit back to front, but I like to drill my handle holes before I have painted a piece. And that's because sometimes when you drill holes, awry things can happen. You can get little chunks of timber flying off. And if you've done a fresh paint job and then you've drilled in a hole and a timber piece flies off, then you've got to come back. You've got to fill that space and then you've got to repaint it. To fill the existing handle holes and some minor scratches that I'd found on top of the piece, I mixed up some 2-part gap filler. So this one comes in a paste and you can see there that I'm adding the activator, which is the red tube. Together, they create a chemical reaction and it starts to set. How fast that sets is determined by how much of the red activator you put in. So if you want more work time, you've got a lot of things to fill in, then you want to be adding less of that activator tube into your mix. If you want things to set very fast, you've only got a couple of little holes to fix and you want to get going on that, then you can put a little bit more activator in. This next step is not essential. However, you can do it if you don't like to see any timber grain underneath your paintwork. I'm using wood filler, watered down. I'm painting it onto the surface, and that's so that it fills the grain. All timber has grain and you can see it underneath paintwork. It comes up as little